Hello, hello. Good to see you, Zinc Metal Alloy, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Anascorian, welcome, welcome. Thought I'd go with Phantom Abyss for a test. I'm going to be doing Control. Hey, Sandball, welcome. I just wanted to do something that's short enough and stress-free enough that I don't have to worry about anything. Because I'm mostly testing, like, sound and alerts and shit like that. Speaking of... Okay. Sound alerts work. Good, good, good. Whew, alright. Oh no, the gaming hoodie, you were 34,000 away. I'm so sorry, Silenso. I'm taking it down for now because I'm talking to the company, Ink Gaming. I don't want to drag them at all. They've been fantastic. Like, really, 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 really good. They're, honestly, I would say friends, in a way. Like, they've been very good throughout the whole time. They're a really positive company, as much as a company can be, but they're pretty small. They, I think, probably took down my stuff. At least, like, that one. They don't normally do hoodies. They were doing it specifically for, like, partner people that they were working with. But I'm really small now. Like, really, really small. And they custom designed that hoodie for me. Like, they did a ton of work for it. They did an amazing job. And I think that they probably took it off their store because they don't really sell hoodies. And I can't seem to order it. So I've sent them in some messages because I'm trying to get it to somebody else who ordered one. And I just noticed this problem. So I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on with that? So I am taking it down temporarily, maybe? Maybe permanently, because I might not have a good place to redo that hoodie. I could always do a different hoodie, but, you know. In any case... Like, and if Ink no longer does the hoodies and refuses to do that one, it's too bad because they have really nice ones. But I can always do a different design somewhere else and try and set it up that way. So, it's just that it'll take me some time, so. What? No. Whatever this is, no. Yeah, so, okay. I know that I was gonna stream this game. You all can hear me. The sound's okay? I've tested that out a lot. I'm hoping that it's good. I had to redo my entire OBS settings and my entire Stream Deck settings from the start, which is actually kind of good because there's a lot of cruft on it. Nova has sound, but I've got it in the background, so it's muted. There should just be like Pixel or Pretzel Rocks music. So I have my old computer down here, and then the new computer here. You don't hear music. You hear Pretzel, it's just very quiet. Okay. better? It's better? Yeah, this is Carol of the Bells, apparently, by Big Giant Circles. I like it. In any case, so I now have this computer here, this one here, this is doing the game, this is doing the stream. I'm using NDI for OBS, which is actually really cool. It basically just uses your home network to stream internally from this computer to this computer without a capture card, which took a little bit of doing. Still very quiet. Okay. I might turn it up a little bit more then. I have this monitor sideways is this computer with a keyboard and mouse over there for it. Then we have my regular 2 monitors. So it's gonna be, if you catch me like glancing way over here and doing stuff like that and like reaching way over, that would be why. I think it's a fine level. Remember Semulin doing that for a bit? It's good. I think it's really neat. It's been a nice system. Here, let me pop out chat. I'm sorry, I've been having like a lot of stomach problems though. I just haven't been feeling good, so I'm hoping that it's nothing but God, I have not felt good the last couple days. No, don't do that. Fuck. Pop out? There we go. Monitor is sideways, but the computer is vertical. Hey, Sandball! Welcome to the Sub Club. Yeah, the alerts I tested. So that's good, thank you. I appreciate you helping me test them. Okay. Let's play a game. And see how that works. So for the people that don't know... could reroll this. I have now cracked 1 million in this quite a few times. Therefore, this is a like asteroid style shoot 'em up roguelike. So every time that you level, you get to pick different gear and upgrades. It's pretty neat. I'm thinking rerolls are really important for what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna go with the dart. Normally, I want to do it with what's it called? The railgun, but that's fine. So the idea is that I'm going to want to reroll to banish away a bunch of different mods. And that requires a very specific setup. Like, that's not a normal thing that you can do, but a specific body can do it. Oh god, I don't have the shield I want either. I can't use rerolls is the problem. Rerolls are just too important to the rest of this build. I do have to reroll this one because we need the research body, so we gain the ability to banish mods from the mod pool by spending rerolls. And then we are going to specifically try for some very ideal mods. So we're going to get ones that do extra shots, basically. Fuck. We're having too many things come in here. I gotta start killing these. Ooh. So Ally Specialist is one of the main ones that we want. And then Ally, perfect. Twin Strike. So this is the one that we want. We want to get that every single time that it pops up, and we want to banish anything that's not that. So we're just going to constantly double up on our shots, essentially. I like the railgun version of this, but the dart version of it is okay. Trying to avoid some damage, because we're actually kind of close to dying. Which would be embarrassing. Fuck. Okay. Ooh, so that'll increase our hull strength. We really want to get our ally to be able to fire off our own weapon, though, as soon as possible. So that's part of the big thing. And I'll grab Skirmish. So I'm holding onto the rerolls for, like, when I really need to use them to get rid of something that I don't want forever. And in the meantime, I can just pick up stuff that I know will be good for the build later on. Like, velocity's not that good. Targeting's really important. Burn is actually important when we're doing the darts, because darts do burn damage. You recall Twin Shot Railgun having some aiming issues? Yes, but we're not going to do one Twin Strike. We're going to do, like, 8. It's going to work better with targeting and Warp Strike, exactly. And it's going to be very similar with the darts. The darts, instead of going off of velocity, end up going off of magnitude, like so how big they are. They do more damage. Ooh! They do more damage based on how large they are. Good to see you, Azalite. Ooh, I'm hyped then. Yeah, that's the whole reason why we're banishing the other mods. Because we want to try and, like, double up and triple up and quadruple up on Twin Strike. There comes a point with Twin Strike where eventually it merges to one shot again, and that's actually bad. I think... I'm not sure if it's 9 or 10. I've done it a few times and it ends runs, unfortunately, for the way that this build works. But yeah, this is the build that's... I've had a few builds. I actually have a different build that got me further, but most of my first builds that broke a million were this build. Normally with Railgun, but darts also works. It's just a little... It takes a little bit of extra effort. In some ways it's better, which is interesting. That's cool. Thanks. And the sound of the game is okay. It feels like it's really quiet in comparison to everything else. I mean, I feel like I'd need to turn the music down and turn everything else up. The game is quiet. Yeah, okay. So I have a plan. That plan is... to do this. I'm not going to turn it up too much, but a little bit. Something like that's probably good. I'm gonna check the levels. Sorry, this is gonna be a very fiddly stream. You're hearing the blast sounds fine? Okay. It just feels like it's getting drowned out by the music on my end. Oh, and I took Terminate and Skirmish. So Skirmish is a very medium ability that you take for some really powerful ones. So Skirmish is after you fire a weapon, targets take 50% crash damage. When you hit with a crash, your weapon deals 50% damage. And then you get extra crash damage. But I'm not really trying to crash. The big thing is that it unlocks Terminate, which is just a 12% boost in your damage. Well, more than that, because you also get a fire rate. Like, Terminate's buck wild. It's very dumb. Extremely strong. I should maybe go for Hull Strength. I could banish one of these mods, because I don't want them. But I think I'll go Hull Strength. One of the main ones that we're looking for is one called Wild Mod Chaos, I think it is. I know what it looks like. It's like a honeycomb. But the idea is that that one gives us extra wild mods, so the blue mods that we're trying to banish. Or get, because that's Twin Strike. Twin Strike is one of those. So we're trying to find those because they give us a reroll and extra wild mods that show up every level, which is kind of important. See, and then this is the other one that Terminate unlocks, is Essence Sap, which lets us do a life drain, essentially. Oh, sorry, Ascorian. Have a good night. We'll do Magnitude. We're gonna do Control tomorrow, so hopefully that one's a little less sickening. I did a very quick test of RTX, well, like RTX, of like ray tracing Control. I'm excited. I'm very happy that I have my new toy. At some point, I really love to do VR for people. I'm being a dummy. I'm taking damage that I shouldn't. Ooh, okay. Revelation's incredible. So the next Recursive Wild mod gets gained 3 times instead of once. That's a Recursive Wild mod. I would like it. Payload. That gives us more damage because it makes the darts bigger. Kinda need to grab those when I see them. We're close to our ally being able to shoot our weapon, which is going to be a big deal. Rapid fire is good. I eventually need velocity, because velocity is going to give us the ability to warp strike, which lets us have all of these darts go through the screen and wrap around, which gets really buck wild later on. But I gotta get out of here. We're about to start shooting some shit at me. Oh. I broke our shield. Let's wait for it to circle for the most part. There's one. There we go. Ooh, okay. Discord is another one that we actually want for rare wild mods. There's very few of them that we want besides, like, Twin Strike, but rare wild mod is one of them. So for every wild mod that we get, we have orbs that circle us and deal damage to ships that are close. You can kind of see them circling us right now. And that becomes real strong when you have, like, 20-some wild mods. Wednesday stream will be fun. Was that the one where I said I'm gonna do Before Your Eyes? I've got to remember which days I've said for which things. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't do it earlier. I meant to, but I kept on having other things come up. It's easy to have something get lost. Sure. The extra burn damage is kind of nice. Ooh. This thing's a little scary. It's gonna try and charge at us, so we want to be out of the front view of it. But when we go behind it, it's gonna start shooting us. Nice thing about darts is they're really good against bosses, because for every one that you have in a ship, it deals more burn damage, so it scales up really fast. Burst fire is going to be really important for us later, but I think it's a little early to take it. We want to have more twin strikes. Auto-targeting damage strikes you is good in these kinds of games. Yeah, the orbs are really, really nice. Level. Force armor, which just gives us extra survivability, which I don't mind. Certainly, like, I will take this entire tree because it just gives us extra hull damage resistance and hull health and all kinds of things like that to just keep us alive, which is kind of important. Okay, I have to just take it. I'm really sad that I haven't seen a Chaos upgrade. Because I want to find more wild mods. Having only one Twin Strike right now is kind of unfortunate. It's not terrible, I've definitely gone longer without them, but, like, getting one even was nice. I've definitely done this run and had none for a really, really long time. But it's bad. It's really bad, and you want to have a lot of them. Enough of that. There we go. Okay, as much as I want to banish one of these, Interceptor is kind of too important. Because now our ally is actually going to fire off our same weapon, and that just is way too good. Like, with all the upgrades and everything. Now this doesn't have a wild mod for us to delete. I can delete other mods, that's okay. I'm not going to want every mod here. Like, Volley is never going to be one that I want, so I can just banish that. Improved Thrusters is eventually going to be good, because I need Blink to get Warp Strike, where they wrap around the screen. But that's going to be a little while. I might just banish this. I'm trying to find more Twin Strikes and stuff now. Velocity might not be bad, because that gets us closer to Snipe and Warp Strike, but we already gave up the other one. Banish these. Essence Sap is very, very good. Yeah, I only like taking one instance of targeting. I don't like going for, like, guidance and extra ones after that. With this build, anyways. There's other ones where I do like taking more targeting, but this one's like, you kind of don't need them forever. We need to get the fuck out of here. You do not want to be in range of that thing. Its big thermal lance. That'll kill it. Yep. Nice. Yeah, we're doing a shit ton of damage. And we haven't even gotten the good stuff yet. God, Burst Fire would be nice, but I want to save my rerolls as much as possible, even though I need to banish these. I want to save them for moments when I, like, absolutely should not be taking any mods. Problem is I do need to banish some wild mods to up my chances of getting more Twin Strikes. I really need those. That and the Grandeurs. Grandeurs give us 2 levels. They basically are just a free extra level kind of thing. They give you some bad negative effects. They make your ship a little bit larger, but it's just super worth it. You can see how much damage we're doing now. See, here, there's like nothing we want, so good chance to banish one of those. Juggernaut gives us survivability. Kinetic boost is also really nice, but we can wait on that one. I'm probably going to want to get the thrusters now, because Juggernaut slows you down, like, gives you a lot of health, but it does make you bigger and slows you down, and I'm just a little sluggish. Oh, God. Winnow is one of those mods that I don't want to take very often, but if it has a bunch of things that I don't want, it gives you +7 rerolls and lowers your size, which is amazing. It's exactly what we want to do. And I would like to banish all of these, except except overpower. I really need overpower. So, sadly, like, otherwise I would love Winnow. Winnow is one of those ones where it's like 99% of the time I just can't take it. But the 1% when it actually works, it's easily the best mod that you can get. It's so disgusting. Do I tend not to go Wingman and Overclock? I tend to go Overclock, but not Wingman. Not for this one. I'll have them moving out on their own. That was dumb. I walked into that. Death Blossom is no good. Stabilization is nice. It eventually gives us Apotheosis on Strafe, which is an ability that means that you can avoid any crashes and most of, like, the comets and singularities and stuff like that. God, there's a lot of good ones here. Thrust, the Burst Fire, Essence Sap. I'm gonna take the Essence Sap for now. It means that we can't regenerate health. Well, that's okay. Definitely don't want Singular Strike. Okay, these are all kind of bad. I mean, Wingman is an option, but... Alright, let's do the thrusters. This is why I don't like using too many of the rerolls early. God, what a mess. These mines are always... hell. We really need to find some more Twin Strikes. The problem is that we haven't found any of the Chaos boosters, so it's harder for us to find what we need. Because we should be blowing things up like that in like one hit. Like by this point, if I'm having a good run, I should delete these in seconds. Like I should be like 1, 2, alright, they're all gone. We still haven't even found a recursive wild mod to take after we got that thing that triples our next recursive wild mod. Yeah, still nothing. We're running out of rerolls. Still running out of rerolls. I might actually save here and wait until I get another reroll. Hey, Lone Magi, good to see you. Okay. Let's be careful. Oh, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh right, I've got an upgrade. Oh, the one that I'm not using. Oh, that was very stupid. Thank goodness for Essence Sap. Look at our health go back up. How are you not dead? Okay. Alright, I gotta reroll. Let's remove one of these. Twin Strike! We get 3 of them, so now we have 4. Perfect. Ooh, Streamline wouldn't be bad. I'm gonna take Velocity so we can start looking at getting Snipe. Now you can understand what we're trying to do. A little bit better. It's still not... I wouldn't say this is quite as powerful as the Railgun build with this. Not bad. Sure, I'll take Stabilization. Stabilization lets you press S to, like, basically put on brakes, which is kind of nice. God, look at the damage! You can see the damage starting to lag behind. Yeah, not anymore. It's still not as good, quite, as the Railgun, but... I'm getting there. Ooh, Obsession. Okay. So we got minus 2% total maximum hull and shields for each additional wild mod gained by Obsession, but it means that we can double up on all of our, like, Twin Strikes and Grandeurs and stuff after this, which is kind of big. And then this one, which I don't like any of them. Not really, not for what I'm trying to do. Why do I keep doing that? So I might want to wait until I get at least one reroll. I can banish at least the, like, non-wild mod. That was dumb. Okay. Didn't... Sure. Okay, now Burst Fire is pretty sick. Because now that we've got enough, you just start absolutely deleting things. Full screens just disappear under the amount of damage that we do. Even bosses. In fact, there's one thing that this, like, the darts build has as an advantage over the rail build is probably that it's a little bit better against the bosses, I would say. Just because that burn damage really rips them apart after a second. Ooh, priority 0 isn't bad. That gets us down to, like, Overclock and Tactical Link. And then we could go for Wingman. Ooh, the really, really tough level 100 boss. Very, very tough. I promise, that's a very tough boss. It actually is, I'm not lying. That's the fun part that's fucked up. That's what rules. Ooh, Grandeur is nice. Especially because now we double it thanks to Obsession. And it helps us get more, Discord balls. Yeah, that's how I chose to word that. Calibrate's good. Snipe is better. Could go for Wingman. God, it's not normally my favorite to do here. I might wait until I get a reroll. Okay, we had a really good start on this build. This was good. I'm glad that our first build of the night has actually worked out okay. We're still only at 350,000 score. To top my score, I think I need like 1.2 million now or something. Okay, still just one. The recover rate on shields is kind of just not great. Which is why I normally just give my shields to my... Oh, that was real bad. A moment there. I normally just give my shields to the constructs. And use that to get to Overseer and just have a few of these allies going out and firing off my unbelievably overpowered weapon for me. No rerolls. Hey, Schmuck, good to see you. This is the new PC. Yeah, it took me like 7 hours to do a bunch of setup today. Still not done, but I might be able to get some work done on it tomorrow. I don't have Photoshop fully set up in the way that I need it yet. I need to import a bunch of actions and things. I did all of the important work for my stream first. Paid work? Ugh. Why would I do that when I can do free work? To be fair, it's not free. There's a lot of people that support me. I appreciate it. Yeah, one of the downsides, so by the way, what was being talked about for like recovery rate and this build is that Twin Strikes, the one downside for it is that it does give you less recovery rate, and that's like your shields take longer to recharge. Fuck! I screwed up. I should have shifted out of that. Does it still have black hole enemies that can insta-gib you? Oh, but yeah, like that. Things happen. See, like, my top scores. This is actually my better one. Was not actually doing the one that I was just showing you, but you'll notice a trend, by the way. Wave reached 200. Wave reached 170. Oh, 200. 200. 200. Wave 200 fucking sucks. That one though, 229. But yeah, Schmuck, I'm hoping to really show off the new computer tomorrow. Well, I can do a different build. I just really wanted the railgun to show what I can get with that other one. Because I really don't think the darts is as good. So I really like grenades, but the downside is that early on they suck shit. carrier build. The one that is in actuality my highest scoring build. Because yeah, tomorrow I'm hoping to show off control with ray tracing, which I saw a little bit of it earlier. I had tested it out and showed Tanya. There's Chaotic Ambition. Why not last time? Fucking god. Damn it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. This is okay. Shield cooldown and stuff is really good for this because we're going to be zapping enemies with our shields. So we're going to give it to our constructs here. Which means that I kind of want as many constructs as possible. I do also want volley so that our grenades are worthwhile, and I do want hull strength for survivability eventually. Don't really want to take ally specialist because we're not relying on our ally like we were last time. Increasing burn damage is okay, because that's our shield. One of the biggest problems with doing this is that you want every single construct you can build, and you want, like, most of the weapon upgrades, and you want most of the shield upgrades. There's kind of nothing that you don't want. Because of that, this build just takes a million years to get going. And is incredibly level hungry. I will always take Revelation. Even though we're not really doing wild mods this time, tripling up on modification is just too strong. I don't need targeting, I don't need focus fire. Turret will be fine. Get myself some more allies. Turrets are probably the weakest construct that I can get, but any construct is a good construct. This will get us Splinter, which is really nice with grenades. Elegant Construction is great for how many constructs we're doing, and we need it for shielded, so I might actually do that. Eventually I want things like Splinter because I'm going to give the weapon to my ally, and then I'm also going to get loaded mines. God, those comets will sometimes just end a run for you because they just spawn right on you, and there's so little you can do sometimes. Oh, that was... Yep, that was close. Flash shielding is good, though. Huh. I don't think I can take it. Twin Strike is always neat, but maybe not for this build when we're relying on our shields so much. They just nuke your shields too much. We're not actually going to have the shields around us, which is interesting, but they're still very important. We finally got one of the big upgrades, which is getting shielded constructs, because now our burn shield goes out across everything. And there we go. Okay, so now when we fire, we send off bolts of energy, and that's from all of our shield, which is now across all of our various constructs, which, as you can tell, kinda cool. Hey, quit that. Oh fuck, I didn't realize that those little guys were actually against us for a second, because they were the same color as our additional guys. Ooh. That's helping us get to where our ally will start firing our weapon, but we are kinda lacking survivability, so I think the real move. Go. Nice. Yeah, I'll still take some more survivability right now. We're doing a lot of damage. We've just gotta not die, which is probably a good idea. I like not dying. Now we don't fire, but I can still trigger our shields to do that. It might have been a little early to go for that, but it's hard to give it up. Some things firing off our weapon. We didn't get a ton of mods for our weapon yet. We got enough that I'd like to use it. And everything's holding up, right? Like, nobody's noticing any weird lag or anything like that. Sorry, this is a bit of a test stream also, because, like, I am routing OBS from this computer on this screen. Like, here's my game. Here's this screen with OBS, and it's being routed to OBS on this screen. And that's so that I can do it across two different things. Two different PCs. But I'm a little bit worried about, like, lag or frame drops or anything like that. Cool. Because, like, I can record it a little bit, but I can't test it forever, and it's nice to know. Thank you all for helping me. And yeah, Carrier is kind of big and slow, but also, like, that's for a reason. It's really powerful. Yeah. Shields explode when they go away? Sure. Yeah, Carrier is big and slow, but also, like, very powerful and has a lot of health, so... Plus, yeah, it's Swarm Constructs. Self-destruction is kind of neat. So all of our constructs will explode when they die, which we have a lot of constructs. Ooh, Apex Machinery. It's a long assembly time, but all of the bonuses to the constructs are just too big. There we go. Now our interceptor can fire off our shot. We also have multiple interceptors, which is really cool. That's kind of the ultimate goal of that last build, is once you delete enough, you change from the research vessel, and you go into, like, engineer, so that you can have extra constructs, and you just have 3 of those things firing off like that massive dart gun that we were showing off last time. So we like taking a lot of the support stuff, obviously, like helping us build faster constructs and things is very good, making our constructs better. The one thing we don't want to take is support specialist, which is like our construct limit lowers our health. If you notice, we have a lot of constructs. I've never actually tried to take it, but I just can't imagine that it would be good for us. There's no universe in which I think that would be good. Force armor for more survivability. Damn, I'm surprised I survived that long. I feel like this build takes a little bit longer to, like, ramp up to the really absurd damage, but also has a lot better survivability and just kind of gets whack once it does get there. Ooh, Magnitude is nice. Letting our allies fire off bigger grenades is always good. Once we start getting to splinter those, be very nice. Still haven't gotten mines and loaded mines. I need to upgrade the thrusters. We're a little bit slow at maneuvering out of things. Skirmish isn't a bad idea either, though. Just because it gets us the Terminate and Essence Sap and all those kinds of modifiers again. Sorry, I'm in concentration mode. This boss can be a real pain. Okay, got away from that. Reinforced drones wouldn't be bad. Extra shield effect radius is certainly not bad. And then we can even get to weaponized shields. Got a lot of cool things here. Alright, let's take extra thrust. Some ability to get the hell out of problems would be nice. It's one of the things that Carrier doesn't have. We're a very large boy with not a lot of maneuverability. We're still on level 1 drones, too. I really want to up those. They have no bonuses. We can also get to, like, 8 drones around us, too, instead of just 4. Ooh, okay. Getting hull resistance while we're near a construct is real good, because we're always near constructs. Good news! Our whole screen is constructs. Ooh, terminate. Yes, please. I'll just sit here. The thing tends to not shoot at you, which is weird. Is that just 8% across the board or 8% the construct you're near? Pretty sure it's 8% if you're near a construct, and it doesn't go up for having more of them. It's not 100% clear on that, but I think that it's just that one. Like, it doesn't stack bonuses. You will give, like, for example, if we're near this one and this one, we will give 8% to each of them, I think. But I don't think that we get 16%, if that makes sense. Alright, we're getting to the real numbers. Wave 95. 300,000. Our build's coming along okay. I don't know if this is the best one that I've ever had of this, but it's good. Mines is actually kind of nice. You can get mines with loaded grenades. Oh. Still haven't gotten a splinter for those either. I'm wondering if on this build I don't actually want to get Essence Sap, the, like, life drain one. Just because we do have a lot of burn damage from our shields. And the burn damage means that you can get a modifier called Purification that gives you regen based on how much burn you're doing. Could be good. It stacks, and yet it is also additive. Is it? Wow, okay, never mind. Oh yeah, I still gain for Ash and Sap, yeah. It's just global damage. Kinetic Boost is one that I almost always want, just because Apotheosis is super fucking dumb. Could be okay. Corrosion's alright. I think I'll just do Corrosion. Payload, so we do more damage on our weapon. Bravado is okay. And by okay, I mean very good. Helps us have even more constructs, because that's a body modification. One of the problems is as you get into these higher levels, following what's going on, especially with Carrier, gets a little wild. There just starts to be a lot of stuff on the screen. Loaded mines. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm really not sure about Essence Sap or if I should just go for Purification. I think for now I'm just gonna start getting better and better drones. Hey, Co-Buddy! New computer is good. I did a very, very small test of ray tracing control, and holy fuck. So ray tracing looks real good, by the way. It's pretty nice. We're gonna see more of that tomorrow. I'll actually play the game. I did like 5 minutes of the opening scene just to like move around and see what it looked like. I showed my wife because she tried to play it on her computer and had some trouble running it, and she was like without ray tracing. And at first she was like, oh, it doesn't look that much different. And then I went over to like some mirrors and water, and she was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, it's a big deal. What graphics card did I get? 3080. Not like the 3090 or a TI or something, but something pretty good. Ow. Yeah, the more that I think about it, I think I'm going to go for the regeneration. Because I can also get your generation on the turrets, where the turrets will heal me. It just makes too much sense. I've never really done defense drones. I'm not sure if I should. Doesn't even block for us. Maybe. Ah, the big boy. That, yes, that graphics card is unreal. It's like this fucking big. It is half the computer. It is a lot. But yeah, I have the whole setup here now. So we've got one computer, the old one, with mouse and a keyboard. We have the new computer, and then we have monitor for old computer, and then my 2 regular monitors for playing. How much more will the room heat up with 2 computers? I have my desk fan. Wait. It's not plugged in. Old computer, stream computer. Yes, correct. Yeah, right now what I'm doing is there is a NDI for OBS. So like OBS is on this computer. This is the one of the monitors for the new computer. And it is streaming over the network to my old computer, where you can see OBS running, and that's the one that's actually rendering and streaming it. So basically all of it is offloaded to that one, but over my network I'm just sending it out to that. So it shouldn't take anything on this side to really render it. It's weird. It's not supposed to. I'm trying to get a computer to definitely go for a site that'll build it for me rather than do a pre-built. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I feel like the pre-builts always have, like, something in them that's a really bad bottleneck. Whether it's RAM or CPU or card, whatever. Like, you might get a 1080 or something in it, but then almost immediately it's going to be like, well, here's 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, thanks. Yeah, or like I said, like an i5 kind of thing, yeah. Which, I mean, that's not a bad computer. Like, 1060 i5 is perfectly reasonable to run most things, but getting older. Kind of the way that I was with this thing. Like, this thing is... The old computer that I have is still kind of nice. It's just that, boy, I have, like, run it ragged, right? It's a 1070 i7, 4770K, and 16 gigs of RAM. Which is nice, but for what it is, it's just 6 years old. All the ports and stuff on it are failing, there's various problems, and it's just... I wanted something new. Before it became like a real problem... Okay, I never do defense drones. I'm gonna try it. I always do assault drones. But maybe I don't care. Maybe I have enough damage and I just care about surviving. Probably correct. So I can choose formations for our defense drones. I don't think I'm gonna bother. But I need it to unlock more defense drones. My computer cost like $3,000, right? It cost a lot of money. I don't want to necessarily get into it, but it was a lot. It was most of the money that I would have spent on the trip to Spain that we had been saving up for like 7 years for, but then weren't able to do because of COVID, and we had to cancel. When COVID happened, we were like 3 months or less away from going to Spain. Going to Europe for the first time, my wife and I. It's always been a dream to go there, and like, oh boy, that was bad. God, this thing can just yeet you out of nowhere. Like, obviously, that's like a very minor first world problem, as they say, right? But at the same time, boy, I really wish that we could have gone to Spain. Things are getting a little hectic. Having to pay a bit more attention. We still haven't gotten loaded mines. Ah, there we go. Increases burn and ignite duration. Lets us recover hull and shields for each burning enemy. Less weapon damage, but that's less of our build. Like, we do want some. We are using our allies and stuff to do weapon damage, but it's not. I think that the advantage is still there. Still unfortunate, though. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to get this computer otherwise, I don't think, but we'll see. Someday, maybe I'll get to go to Spain still. Or somewhere in Europe. Weird. Like most people, I really, really like to travel. There's something incredible about just, like, seeing different cultures and stuff. And I've always wanted to get off North America, but that's a lot of money. Like, going to the US is like going to a different part of Canada, realistically. It's great to see all the cool people that I know from stream and stuff most of the time. Like, stuff like PAX is still a blast, but it's not that different from just being somewhere else in Canada, really. People like to pretend that Canada and the US are very different, and they super aren't. Oh, that's bad. I'm alive. I should not have survived. Sorry, I'm starting to quiet down because this is getting to thinking times. Wave like 160 or so is pretty real. It was a really close call. I can't believe we survived the bonk. I don't think I want to go deeper on Hull Regeneration, but I might actually just do Regeneration this time. Like, we've got Purification already, which gives us a whole bunch of bonus regen, so I think it makes sense. Oh, no. None of that. Oh, fuck me. Okay, right. As I said, this is where things get a little real. Oh, I have a lot of rerolls, yeah. That's one of the funny things with this build. Well, the other build was, like, really reroll hungry. This build just kind of wants everything, so I don't really use rerolls. The answer to do I want that upgrade is always yes. There's ways to focus it, but there's very few things where I will turn down on this one. And yeah, like, I'll probably reroll some stuff soon. Because we're getting to that point where there's gonna be some things that I just don't care about. But we have to eliminate a lot of mods for that to matter on this build. When you do every branch of drones and mines and allies and turrets, and you also want shields, and also since you're doing drones and allies and turrets, you might as well upgrade your weapon. Like, it takes a lot. I'm not sure we're doing enough damage to beat level 200 yet. We'll see. Getting close. Gotta watch this thing. Make sure I stay behind it. Honestly, like, the biggest difference between us and the US is stuff like, we get all-dressed chips. You always hear about ketchup chips. Fuck that. Ketchup chips are garbage. All dressed, though. All jest trip. I'm not really a chip person, but if I'm gonna have chips, all dressed are so good. The big problem with 200 is going to be that we can't target one of the bosses. Because 200 is where you get multiple real bad bosses. You get something called Seraph and Scion is what they are, I believe. Dead. Shit. I kind of stood there and almost took those fireballs to the face. So, like, that's one of them. Or, sorry, the one that... fuck, yeah, I did a dumb. I got stuck in a weird spot. It's why it's really nice to have, like, a blink. Get out of those. All dressed as Batship. Yup. Was this one? No. Oh wow, we didn't even crack it, did we? Or no, it wanted us to put it in. So was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Okay. We actually... Oh, wow. We actually got 938,000. Yeah, only 175. Yeah, I let them box me in. Okay, maybe we can do the one that I've been trying to do all night. Okay. No research. There's research. Biggest problem that I find with this build is that early on, your damage and stuff just isn't good enough. I say as I find an extremely early Twin Strike. I don't love the aiming on an early Twin Strike, but it's still super worth it. I think I'll take the velocity for now. Railgun's damage scales on velocity. Oh, targeting's really nice. Grandeur. Sure. That gives us 2 more upgrades. Skirmish is good. No wild mods yet. Go rapid fire. Not bad, though. Also, I don't know, maybe you know this, but Atraxia can be extremely useful on banish runs. Yes! It means you get more upgrades faster. It means it's safer to sit on upgrades longer to pick up rerolls. Sure. I have definitely sat on upgrades long enough to try and get Atraxia. Atraxia is a thing that as you have more rerolls, it gives you a bunch of bonus, or more upgrades saved. So if you're not leveling yourself and you're just hoarding them, you can do some wild shit. Ooh, Snipe is good. So is Evolutionary Niche, but I'm gonna wait a little bit on that. I don't want to take it too early, because it adds junk to your upgrades, and we don't want to do that. Levels. Ooh, ally? Whole strength is good for survivability. A thing that I generally don't take early on in these runs, and that generally kills me. I need to get our allies shooting off our weapon as soon as possible now, since we've sunk a bit into it. Okay, come on. There we go. I said I wanted up that ally fast. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, sometimes what it pays to is to ask. Pays to be humble, pays to ask, you know? Never be afraid to ask for help. We're a community. die here. Ally Specialist is really nice for us. It also helps us get rid of a bunch of other possible upgrade paths. The Shockwave Shield is really nice for this boss because it kind of shoves these stupid orbs, those energy ones, the like lightning-looking ones, out of the way, so you can get a few extra shots in sometimes, and get in the middle here a little bit more frequently. This boss is always a huge pain in the ass for this build early, though. Railgunning this boss is just like a match made in hell. It sucks. Because of course, what I'm doing to level it is giving it, like, snipe, which is ideal more damage based on the distance, but the best way to get in there and deal a lot of damage to that is to get in really, really close and go inside. Well, yeah, not the best. I could Warpath or something, but might be time to banish some mods here. Terminate's good enough, but I'll take it. So last time we found a bunch of chaotic ambitions, you know, on the build that didn't want them. I really need them on this build. So I can just roll for more Twin Strikes. Yeah, absorption's fine. Hello, lovely wife.
Good night.
Good night, lovely wife. This has been a good chill night. I really needed this after how long I spent today just setting things up. Yeah. That was a bad move. I thought that I could kill it before it snapped on me. I hurt a bit. Took a very big stupid risk there. There's Chaotic Ambition. There's two things that I want. I can't take Winnow. As much as I would really like Winnow. More survivability doesn't seem like a terrible plan. Chaotic Ambition's gonna help us a bunch, hopefully. Give us some more upgrades that we want. Another Chaotic Ambition. I will take two. I don't really want more than two. I start getting too many wild mods even for this build. But a couple extra rerolls and more chances at Twin Strikes is exceptionally nice. Oh god. This one, huh? Why, hello, Scion. the Singularity like a dummy. Just don't have enough damage yet. Getting there. We're not quite immediately deleting full screens. Hello. Get 3 copies of our next wild mod. Kinetic boost is good, and I do want it eventually, but this is a lot of wild mods that I want to get rid of. And a whole lot more that I want to get rid of. I wish we had a winnow here, because I don't want any of these. Be a perfect time for that. Bravado is good. It gets rid of a wild mod without us having to reroll. Bravado is so good. It's really nice, yeah. Man. I think I take Payload to not use up my last... Because, like, there's something there that I still want. And if I end up using my last rerolls, that could be an issue. I mean, I guess we can sit and wait, try and get upgrades for Atraxia or whatever. So we can, like, stockpile our upgrades, but... I mean, Payload's good. I like Payload. What I really need... So, right now we have this Revelation, so we'd actually get 6 levels. Make us huge, but also... That's a lot of levels. I will take some levels. Ooh. 5% across the board on our weapons. That seems pretty good. Don't want any of these. I can banish that. Don't want any of these. I'm gonna hold on and wait for rerolls. Awkward. I feel like we've banished a lot of stuff, and I should be seeing more Twin Strikes, but what do you do? 7 upgrades, 0 rerolls. I kind of hate the turrets and stuff can be slightly off screen and then just fire rounds of missiles at you like that, because that was a little worrying, but kind of need like a really lucky window to smooth it out. Yeah. I feel like we've just kind of gotten really unlucky, honestly, so far. Can change. Stuff over there that I won't. Sometimes the targeting, I get lazy about aiming. I'll be like, it's the general direction, the targeting will get it, and then sometimes the targeting doesn't. It's like, oh, right, yeah, okay, fine. I guess I'll play. It doesn't help that we only have 2 shots right now. 1 twin strike is not where we want to be at level 38. I should have, like, 9. For a good run, I should have, like, at least 5 here. God, 10 upgrades, 0 rerolls. What is happening? The problem is that these aren't even things that I, like, sort of want to reroll. They are, like, necessary rerolls. These are some garbage upgrades that we have right now. Tried to manipulate the RNG in our favor by banishing a bunch of mods, but it's just not doing enough tonight. My thrust is real bad too because of all those grandeurs. Ooh. Yeah, I just didn't have enough damage because I could not find anything. Ugh. I'm mad about that one. That one just didn't feel... That one didn't feel good at all. I guess I should have just spent the upgrade eventually. I really needed those levels. But at the same time, like, man, I could not find rerolls, could not find the right mods. That felt like one of the unluckier ones that I've had for sure. It happens. It was a good test stream, though. I think it's time for me to go to bed, though. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Wife went to sleep. I put up some new rewards for chat, so I want to rebuild my soundboard on here from the ground up and also, like, make it more available to people through the sound alerts thing. So, slowly building up my collection of sounds again. I had to start over from scratch on the Stream Deck and OBS. I rebuilt all of my scenes from the bottom up. In any case, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you all for being here. It was a nice little test stream. If you like the stream, those follows do mean a lot, and it's there now. Almost clicked the wrong button. You can always check out the podcasts. I'll be back tomorrow, and I might try and do an extra stream because I really want to play Dead by Daylight, but I needed to relax tonight. Dead by Daylight is a fun game, but not a relaxed game. I also only had like an hour and a half or whatever, right, to actually stream. Yeah, 2 hours. So, I didn't have a lot of time. I will be back tomorrow, though. And if you want to know when I'm on, those follows mean a lot. See who I can host tonight. I do not have my ending thing on here yet, and I don't even have it set up. Little things that you suddenly remember that you didn't quite do. Let's see. Who's on Twitch that I can host? Oh, hey. Speaking of Dead by Daylight, PA Master. Wonderful streamer is playing Dead by Daylight. And I'll be back soon. Have a good one.